Right everyone, and welcome to another week of League Racing highlights. We're now on week 25 of the 2017 League races. But yeah, coming to sort of the end of the F1 2016 life cycle now. Only about, well, less than a month probably when this goes up until the release of F1 2017. Obviously I am a bit behind on these, so we'll have to try and catch up before then. But yeah, this is the Italian Grand Prix then in former Xbox, and I've got to say, I'll say it as I always do at the start of the timestamps in the description below. But yeah, this is the first race in former Xbox, the Italian Grand Prix. Yeah, the final Italian European round, I should say, of the season, and yeah, just the sort of Asian and American flyaway rounds to go after this then, and yeah, unfortunately, just the championship, it just isn't going to happen for us this season, I don't think. Well, it's always going to be difficult for us. We missed 3 races, and we were still quite close because of Amazement just having such bad luck. But yeah, it's just not gone our way since we came back, and yeah, it was always going to be difficult to beat the Amazement, to be honest. But yeah, we'll try and help him win the Drivers' Championship, and also try and wrap up the Constructors as well. But yeah, Teams Home Racing, we are 10th. Monza, just again, it's like the curse of Monza for me. It's just one that I'm destined to never win probably. But our teammate did take pole position then from the Mighty Midget and Fredster, who is now in this league. But it is well, rain for the whole race then. Only light rain, but still rain. And yeah, that's going to be quite difficult, I would imagine, for us. And we'll see if that 2-stop is accurate, or if we can do it in one. As the lights come on now, and away we go then in Monza, and it is a pretty decent start, really, pretty much average compared to everyone else around us. But yeah, we got past Rush the Minute then, who I think was quite cautious there into turn 1, and yeah, we did lock up quite a bit. And then yeah, it's so hard to like sort of pick your way through because it gets so tight that you just sort of can find yourself boxed in. But yeah, we have made our way up then into 9th place, and we're right in behind Vapid Coop here, so has been a good start to this race for us then. And we've at least picked up 1 place, and we'll try and get a few more. But yeah, it's so hard to know how to break, especially when obviously you don't run a racing line. But yeah, when you've got a full tank of fuel as well in these conditions, it's always going to be hard to judge. As yeah, we are on to the next lap then. We've got Drastic Midget then right on the outside into turn 1, now on the inside line for turn 2, and he is back past the centre and into 9th places. Still all pretty close in front of us there. We can see Manny, Vapid Coop and somebody else there battling with them. There's been a crash behind by the looks of things, and yeah, we're back down into 10th place for the time being then, as they've got Casey Ledden there, who I think was AI for a second, I'm not sure why. But Vapid Coop there has collided with Drastic Midget. I think maybe Midget maybe a bit ambitious there on the inside. I'm not sure if Coop turned in on him, I don't know. But yeah, either way, Midget's gone spinning. We're up into 9th place, but we've got Feely all over the back of us then, and we run wide there into the second Lesmo. That allows him to get a much better drive, and there he goes into 9th position. So yeah, like 1 step forward, 1 step back so far in this race, as we are now going to try and pass him up the inside into Ascari. But yeah, just couldn't get it done in that braking zone. It's so awkward going side by side in these conditions, and well, just in this track in general. But yeah, with the high speeds and the well, heavy braking zones and very tight corners, it's quite difficult to go wheel to wheel sometimes run this track, and yeah, even more so in these conditions. But yeah, our teammate's going well up at the front, setting the fastest lap of the race, and yeah, we have, well, we're in the slipstream then of Feely. We've got Northern Dragon Justin behind us as well then, and Feely goes defensive there, so we're going to try and do what Drastic Midget did on the previous lap and go around the outside and try and get the inside for turn 2. We're so close contact there, but we're just bouncing over the curb in turn 2, and yeah, it's just very clumsy side by side action there, and yeah, we've ended up losing a place to Nor because of it. So yeah, we're down at the points then, so yeah, it's not going too great for us in these first few laps, as Nor is now trying to pass Feely. There is contact there. Feely, I'm not sure if we moved across late there, but we have well, what's going on, just missed our break-in point and skated off the track there, but we are back into the points then. So with all the action going on, we're still exactly where we started then, but we're now going to try and pass Felia here into the Parabolica, and it looks like we've actually got, well, braked quite well there that time and outbraked him. We're going around then almost side by side here then, and yeah, we just sort of meet there and spin off into the wall, and I've lost my front right, and that is the race over after we didn't even make it to the end of the 4th lap, unfortunately. And I think that was a racing incident really. I think I probably did move on him over on him a bit too much, considering, you know, the physics in this game. You can't really run side by side too well with the connections and stuff. And I didn't take it to Stu's anything. I don't think it was his fault, and he didn't seem to think it was my fault. I don't think so. Yeah, that's that. But yeah, the Fredster took the win then from the Amazement in the end. Then Feely actually recovered from that to get on the podium, so very good drive from him there. Melanie 4th, Perez 5th, Coot 6th, and then it was Casey, Midget, well, the 2 midgets, 8th and 9th, and Elusive Kev rounded out the points then. And yeah, championship standings will be on screen now. Obviously that's not going to have done us many favours. And that's it for this week's Formula Xbox. Moving on then to the Apollo League, and it is sadly the final 2 ever races for this league, as I mentioned in last week's video. The season, this league is coming to the end at the end of this season. And yeah, well, the good news for us obviously was that we managed to wrap up the championship last time out in Monaco. So yeah, we can now just enjoy these final 2 races in the league and try and get the best result we can, but just more importantly just have some fun really, I guess, and yeah, try and send this league out on a high really. So yeah, it is a big shame really to be losing this one, I think, because obviously, like, you see that Apollo League has only had like 3 seasons and it's only run on this one game, but like it goes back a lot further than that, and it goes back even further than like just Xbox really. Like, so it all starts really with TGP series. They've been running since 2011 now, I think, on the PS3, and they've always done like this 2 race a night thing, 2 25% races, and they moved over to Xbox for a while. Well, they sort of ran both PS3 and Xbox for a while. It didn't really work out on Xbox, so then sort of that the 2 race a night thing on Xbox was sort of carried over then to Pinnacle. That had a good run. We raced on 2012, 2013 and 2014, but things didn't work out going on to next gen obviously, because 2015 just didn't have online capabilities at the start of the game. And yeah, it took until 2016 really when Apollo sort of became the thing that will run that format. But like each time it has been the same people. Well, a lot of the same people have been in it. Like Feely, who runs this league, he was racing with me in the first season of that Xbox TGP league. So yeah, and CK has been there quite near the start as well. But let's go on now here then in China. We're second on the grid, and the lights are out then, and away we go. And it is a good start there from CK, covering us off there into turn 1, and yeah, we couldn't quite get through there, as we've got a few new people I think in the league actually in this race. Well, a few like guests for the final race, I'm not sure, but yeah, Fresta was having a look at us there, but he couldn't quite get through there. And yeah, it looks like the CK has actually managed to put himself quite a bit of a lead, well, half a second lead there, getting away a bit, as we were sort of trying to keep Fresta behind for those first few corners. And yeah, he had built up even more of a lead then towards the end of the first lap, out onto the long straight for the first time then, and Fredster has got a good run on this then, half turn 13, and now towards the tight hairpin. He's up the inside. We're going to try and outbrake him if we can, but yeah, through he goes in and into second position. We'll see if we can stick with him, see if yeah, well, he actually pits at the end of lap 2, so yeah, I was hoping maybe if him and CK start battling then that may allow me to catch back up a bit. But there you go, CK sets the fast off the race. We were a few tenths off that time round. But yeah, very early start there for Fredster. Obviously he'll be going on to the medium tyres now to the end, but CK has run wide there in turn 1, so easy to do in that corner, and we're side by side then through turn 2. He'll have grass on his tyres, so yeah, we can run it around the outside here then and take the lead of the race for the time being. But yeah, how much time will Fredster have gained then by pitting that lap earlier? We'll soon find out, because it's telling us to pit on lap 3. So yeah, but CK is coming back on us then. He did seem to be quicker than us here. We bang wheels there as we tried to outbrake him around the outside there, and yeah, he managed to get ahead, but we're both then going to pit on this lap, and CK has done a Hamilton there nearly, but yeah, the game decides to slow me down to 50 because that makes complete sense, doesn't it? And yeah, Kung Fu Kane Jack, who was like 3 seconds behind us or something, was just caught us up and passed us then, so that's great for us then. And yeah, we're on to the medium tyres, and we got held for Drastic Midget, who isn't even pitting, so I guess he had a drive through for some reason. So yeah, he was one of the people who joined for these last couple of races, I think. But yeah, I think it's a good job I wrapped at the championship in Monaco, because man, I would have not been too pleased with that sequence of events if you know, I'd still been, you know, trying to get the points to win the championship. But luckily that's all sorted now, and like it was with the tyre fail, or the pit stop fail in Monaco, it doesn't matter because yeah, it's all sorted now. And Midget then decides to let us through there, so I was nice of him to do that. And yeah, we're thrown into 6th place, but nothing much happened after that really. There was a virtual safety car for someone, and Kung Fu Kane Jack decided to pit again. Well, that was out, but yeah, it didn't really work out for him. And yeah, we managed to get onto the podium then, but really just no race for us after that. Fredster took the win then in the end. That undercut worked out for him, and he beat CK to the win. And yeah, we rounded out the podium then in 3rd position, Kung Fu Kane Jack in 4th. Lucy Kev 5th, Sailing 6th. That has guaranteed us the Constructors' Championship, I'm pretty sure, with that result. So yeah, very happy to be taking both championships from this one. And also shout out to my teammate Sailing, because he has picked up the points, you know, throughout the season as well, and couldn't have done it without him. As we move on then to the final race in the league, the Japanese Grand Prix. And yeah, we've got rain then for the final race, and we run slightly wide in 130R. And yeah, we've had our qualifying lap invalidated, unfortunately, so yeah, no pole to go out with for us then. I don't think we've got it anyway, to be honest. But Stroll F1 Lover then, aka Jack Spar, takes the final pole position in the Apollo League. We are going to be down in 7th place for them by the looks of things, or in fact 6th then. There's a lot's coming on now. And for the final time, it's away we go then in the Apollo League, and Stroll F1 Lover has not had a good start there at all. And yeah, everyone is going past, and then we're going to try and look to the inside then. We're also trying to look at our teammate as well there, but yeah, we were quite cautious on the brakes. Didn't really want to throw away the final race for the league, you know, spin out in turn 1. And yeah, we maintain our 6th place then. But for Stroll F1 Lover, I'm not really sure if that was a lag styles then, but he has gone from 1st to 5th then, so yeah, that is a pretty disastrous start from him then. And yeah, we'll see if we can capitalise on it then. In this first sector of the lap, everyone's sort of trying to feel their way sort of around the conditions, and yeah, we're just trying to make sure, as I said, he don't throw away the final race on the yeah, on the first lap. So yeah, Stroll F1 Lover repassed our teammate then, and in fact he actually runs wide there, and that allows us to go through, and in fact so does CK actually. And yeah, we'll see if we have a battle for the final race then. As yeah, through the hairpin, then we're back up. Well, we're up into 5th place, and so we've gained a place from where we start on the grid. Then, as at the beginning of lap 2, then we see Kung Fu Kane Jack losing control of the car there. I think he may have had contact with Stroll, and yeah, he has slid off into the pit wall, and sadly that is his race over. As we catch up to Feely and Jack Spar, then battling for 2nd and 3rd place, and as Fredster is running off at the front, but yeah, Feely is just about managing to maintain his position then for the time being. And yeah, that's obviously allowed us to close right up then. We'll see if we can try and make a pass into turn 1. A little bit of lag though from the Haas there, so maybe not, as we're going to try and go side by side then towards turn 1. We're on the inside, but we didn't brake late enough there, and Feely, well, Stroll there stays ahead of us for the time being. But yeah, later on in the lap then, Stroll's got a very good run here then on Feely. And we've got a great run as well, but we just got nowhere to go there as Feely lags a bit there, and well, a lot actually. And yeah, then there's contact. I guess Stroll didn't really know where he was there, which is understandable, and unfortunately they both go off there, but that allows us to go up into 2nd place, and CK straight into 3rd as well. So yeah, it looks like we may have a little bit of a battle here for 2nd place, and as Fredster just cruised off at the front then while everyone else is battling and trying to cope with the conditions. But yeah, we've got CK then just in behind us. We're going to go into turn 1 now then. And we've actually run a bit too wide there out onto the curb and onto the AstroTurf in turn 2. But it looks like actually CK has done the exact same thing as us there. Probably following us off wide there out. And yeah, I certainly can relate to that one. But yeah, luckily we stay ahead then. But not for much longer it doesn't look like, because he's got a great run in the centre towards 130R. He's up the inside and he's somewhere there. We're going to brake for the chicane. He's braked a lot later than us. And yeah, right outside then he goes. We'll see if we can do a switch back here. Yeah, get a good run here through the final corner and out onto the pit straight. And yeah, wasn't the best run ever, but we still stayed pretty close there. We're still in the slipstream, and we're going to try and line him up then down the inside into turn 1. And we do manage to outbrake him, and through we go then into second place. So a nice little battle there for second place then. And yeah, unfortunately it just didn't really, not much else happened in that race for us then. First cruise to the win, and yeah, we once again then settled for a podium. We had quite a lot of podiums this season. I think like, wasn't it like 10 races we finished on the podium this season out of 12? But yeah, we crossed line in second place for the final time in Apollo. Nice little battle there with CK to round things off. And yeah, as I say, it is really a shame to see the end of this league. As I say, like, it may have only started this season, but like the roots go back a long way. So it is a shame that it's come to an end. Thank you to Feely and also to Hickey, of course, who was a big part of it to begin with as well. Well, when Apollo started. And yeah, not really sure what else to say about that, but yeah, once again, great league. I'm really glad that, you know, I was part of it. I wanted to, you know, have won a championship in this one. I'm like so glad that it's finally, you know, giving me a championship, because yeah, obviously I've done a lot of races in sort of this league and its predecessors, so yeah, to finally get a championship like for this league is really good. Well, I feel really good about it, and yeah, had some great races with you know, some great races during this league. I should probably like written a script for this then, because I'm just like making up as I go along, and I don't know if I'm like waffling or not. But yeah, the standings then are on screen right now, and yeah, as you can see, we won the Drivers' Championship then by country margin in the end, and also constructors. So once again, thank you to Sailing for that one, and yep, thank you to everyone who raced with me in Apollo. Thank you once again to Feely and Hickey, and yeah, sadly that is it then for the last time for Apollo. And last up for today then, it is the F1 League, and it is the final race then of Season 5, and it is the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and here we are then right at the end of qualifying for our best lap on the ultra soft tyres. And yeah, I'm afraid starting this one off again with a bit of bad news, and that is that yeah, this is actually going to be my final race in the league, and yeah, I've decided that at the end of this season, yeah, to sort of call it a day for this league and make it my last one after, you know, just over 3.5 seasons in this one, in this league. It's been going 5 seasons, so we've been here for quite a long time really, and yeah, it has been a really great time in this league, and it obviously wasn't an easy decision to make, but yeah, I felt that the time was right really. Wednesday just isn't always like the best day for me for racing, like, cause I don't really have like a conventional sort of week like where I work, but yeah, Wednesday isn't the best day for me, like sort of for those reasons, and yeah, I feel like sometimes it is sort of a bit of an effort to actually sort of race on Wednesdays, even though I do enjoy racing in the league. So yeah, I sort of feel like for F1 2017 I want to sort of have a bit of a fresh start really. I mean, Apollo's already ended, so that sort of helped that a little bit actually, and yeah, going forward into F1 2017 I'm going to be trying out some new things really, trying out some new leagues, and yeah, just sort of, as I say, having a bit of a fresh start. And of course I'm very grateful to the F1 League for having me in for this long. We've had some very good races here, as in our final qualifying then we qualify 5th on the grid with the Amazement taking pole position. And yeah, the strategy for the final race then is a 3-stopper, but we are not going to be doing that because you can do a 2-stopper here quite comfortably, and again, probably some people are going to try one stop here. So yeah, underfilling the car a bit as well, I think, as I've sort of come used to doing now. And the lights coming on. And away we go then for the final time in the F1 League, and it is a decent start then, going alongside Casey towards, well not Casey, Jordan Gibbs towards turn 1, right on the outside then, and we couldn't hang out right on the outside there, and Jordan stayed ahead of us there, and yeah, we stay in 5th place for the time being then, but we'll see if we can get past the Toro Rosso then, and yeah, we're going to try and go around the outside and into the chicane. It looks like this one may have worked this time because we've got the inside line for the right hand. We're going to be on the outside again for the left, but I think we should be able to hang on here right on the outside and get a good drive out onto the straight, and that is what we've done then. We're up into 4th place, and yeah, we're now going to have to try and break the slipstream if we can, but yeah, so powerful here down this long straight, and Jordan has retaken the position then, and he's back up into 4th, and we'll see if we can fight back into the well, down the next straight, but it doesn't look like we were close enough that time. And on to lap 4, he has actually already pitted then for his first stop. We've now got CK coming through on the super soft tyres then, and yeah, he's going to go around the outside then. We're going to try and hold it on the inside, so nearly contact there. Then there may have actually been a little bit of contact there as we clip the curb, but yeah, he's got through and into 4th place. And yeah, on to lap 5 then. We still haven't pitted then, because our teammate pitted I think, and yeah, a couple of others did as well because we ended up in 3rd. But yeah, we've got Casey then looking at us into, well, down this straight. There's a bit of lag going on there, not really sure, well, we're a lot there actually, and he's somewhere there alongside us I think, and yeah, there he is on the outside, and we're giving him space to get through, and yeah, he's into 3rd place then, as we're struggling quite a lot then on the ultra soft tyres. They do go off very quickly if you start on them here as well, especially if you qualified on them, and yeah, lap 5 is really only like 5 laps is a long way to be going on them, to be honest. And yeah, there goes Jork through as well then, probably going to be trying to one stop, knowing him there on the super soft tyres, and yeah, we'll be paying at the end of this lap then for yeah, our first stop of the race, and we'll probably go on to the super soft tyres here, yep, and yeah, we'll go on to softs after that, so you can do this in 2 stops. You don't need to do 3 and sort of use both sets of super softs. So yeah, we've got Simon Mulder I think in the pits in front of us on the soft, so he'll probably be going to super softs for the final stint there, I'm guessing. And yeah, in we come then for our first stop of the race. We're going to rejoin then at the points, but some people are still to pit then. We've probably lost quite a lot of time there to Jordan because he had a couple of laps of an undercut, so yeah, probably wasn't the best idea for us to stay out for that long, but yeah, it does guarantee us pretty much the ability to do the 2 stop here, as we close at the back of Hamilton fan, who just moves across in the braking zone for literally no reason and compromises his whole sort of line through his next few corners. We're going to try and go around the outside. We did a switch back there, he tries to move over to the left to try and block us there, but it didn't work, and yeah, we're going to cruise past then, and we're now going to have DRS as well to try and pull away before we get to the chicane here then. And yeah, he's still sticking in behind us then in the slipstream, but into chicane we still return the favour there and cover the inside line, and yeah, we're going to stay ahead, and he didn't get a good run out of that chicane, so he's not going to be able to attack us in the next bit, and through we go then. But yeah, we only ended up in 7th place in the end. We lost quite a lot of time actually by staying out those few laps early on, and we've now got Casey then, who has done his first pit stop at the race, and he's going to now pass us into the chicane, and through he goes and into 7th, so really not too great for us so far then in this one. And yeah, we're now going to come in then on lap 15. We have moved back up into 5th place, and once everyone has pitted at least once in this race, and yeah, we're coming again then for our what's going to be our final stop then onto the soft tyres, and we'll see sort of what happens really for us in the final stint of this race then. Still quite, well, a large chunk of the race to go, and we're just past half distance, and yeah, we're taking these tyres to the end then, so we'll see what happens. We'll just have to hope that, really, I'm not even sure really who we're racing at this point, but yeah, we'll just be hoping that we end up in a bit of a better position than we did after our first stop. We find ourselves in 6th place. Lyon has pitted for the final time, and he is in 5th place and in front of us, so yeah, it's going to be tough to beat him. We'll have to see if we can catch up to him here, but we've got the other McLaren here aboard and on the super soft tyres then, past us now then for 6th place. He's going around the outside there. We're going to try and cover the inside line if we can. We're given space there, but we get hit and we take a bit of damage there to our front wing, so that is not good for us then. We've got a big gap behind us though, so we should be alright to stay in 7th place in this one. But yeah, that is a shame for us then. But yeah, Casey disconnected and his car came into the pits. But yeah, because my tyres was old and he was on fresh ultra softs, his AI car was actually catching me, and I had a 3-second penalty at some point. But yeah, we come across the line then. Our final race is actually 7th place, and what's the penalty was added on. Actually, we had 3 penalties, I completely forgot about that. But yeah, obviously the others were so far behind there, it didn't matter in the end. But yeah, that is it then for us in the F1 League, and yeah, sadly, as I say, this is the last time we'll race in this league, and yeah, thank you of course to the hosts of the F1 League, obviously Luke and James. So I got back into league racing because of them, really, because if you go back a few years, if you watched me back then, you'll know that I didn't really have like good internet connection, and I sort of took quite a long break from league racing. I sort of planned to come back with sort of the leagues I knew in F1 2015, but sort of the game was so broken at the time that a lot of those leagues just didn't happen really. And yeah, obviously the F1 League, they kept on going, and you know, I was looking for a league to join, and yeah, they were happy to take me in. We had some really good racing that time, and obviously in our first full season we yeah, we finished runner-up in the championship to, you know, one of the most dominant drivers, you know, I've raced with in the last couple of games. So yeah, we've had some really good races in this league, and yeah, it is a shame to be saying goodbye to it, but as I say, I feel it is time to move on, and I've got sort of no hard feelings towards, you know, the league. So yeah, I sort of wish them all the best for the future. If you want a league to join on F1 2017, I would very much recommend them. And yeah, honestly, with this not raced in Apollo or the F1 League anymore, that obviously does leave quite a bit of a gap sort of for now, but I have joined STS F1 on Monday nights now, so you'll be seeing that for next week, my first race in that. I'm a bit behind obviously, so I've done 3 races so far at the time of recording this, and I'm having a ton of fun with it. If you don't know, it's an all assists off league, and well, I'm in the F2 league, so you are allowed to use racing line, but I never use that, so it doesn't really matter to me. But yeah, as I say, I've been having a lot of fun with that one so far, and I'm certainly looking to continue that in F1 2017. Maybe join another assists off league as well at some point on the next game. So yeah, as I say, just about having a new start really, and yeah, I'm looking forward to uploading some, you know, different league races in the future. And yeah, obviously we still got former Xbox to come as well, then we're still playing races to go in that. So yeah, that is it then for this week. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, let me know what you thought down in the comments below, and I shall stop ranting now and see you next time. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.